want to congratulate Clemson. Dabo's obviously gotten his team turned around, and they're playing much better. They've played great at home. The last 3 games at home, they've been really dominant. Proud of the way the effort that our kids played with. They played really hard. They played tough. They never gave up. We had every bad break you could possibly have. We get 2 balls inside the 1-yard line. One of them was fumbled in the back of the end zone. It goes out to the 20. It cost us points. And we have another one to start the game. We're at the 1. We get a false start, and then we fumble. And you can't do those. You can't give up 14 points against a team that's good, especially at a place where they've won so many games. And in the sequence right before the half, the roughing the passer call where we had an interception. We're going in 7-7 at halftime, and then the replay of whether the ball made it the inch as his knee went down or not. Those were momentum changers, and we didn't play well offensively the last 2.5 quarters. So I think we're 4-14 on 3rd downs, and that's just unacceptable. And we gave up a couple of 3rd and 4th down series on defense because we had penalties. I thought we played hard. Really proud of the effort that they gave, but we made too many mistakes to beat a good team at a hard place to play like this. Questions?
Mack, obviously, Clemson turned in a productive game. How surprising were the first 2 fumbles considering he hadn't lost a fumble?
Yeah, me too. I don't know. He's been great with the ball. That's what my hair is great. Coaching's a little crazy. I love him. He rushed for 179 yards, 178 yards tonight, only lost 1. So we probably wouldn't have had a chance in the game if it hadn't been for him. This will make him go back and prepare better for next week.
What did they do to throw Drake off? How much of it was just Drake maybe being able to
I don't know. I thought we didn't get separation some with our receivers in their secondary, so I don't know. We'll have to watch it.
Mack, did it look like Wiggins was out of bounds when he punched the ball out from Omar? It looked like he may have stepped out in some of the replays we saw. Did you guys see anything like that?
It wasn't a favorable night for us with reviews. Let's just put it that way.
Did it feel like you should have been up 21-0 there early?
Yes.
And how frustrating?
Kids out of that should have been up 21-0. It's hard to overcome the deficit. Just didn't do it.
Did you articulate frustration 2 straight weeks? Maybe you should have been up.
There's no frustration from last week. You beat a rival in double overtime, and that's a game you'll remember to your 50. There's frustration tonight because we could have absolutely been right in the middle of this game. Not many people can do that here. So that's frustrating.
What was it think was a 2-point conversion? You were down 11.
Everybody, the new analytics, they go for it because you got to make it at some point to win the game. So go for it. If you miss it, go for it again. Didn't make any difference. But that's what they said. I'm not sure it's right. I'll go back and look at it. But we would have gotten beat by 10 instead of 11. So.
How much does it remind you of, last year's ACC championship game, early lead and long night?
It was probably a lot like that. I thought we battled them better tonight. The game was better tonight. We had a better chance to win tonight than in that game. But we gave up an interception for a touchdown, a fumble at the 24, and a blocked field goal last year. So there's things that you can't do. Some of the things we did last year or this year and beat a great team like Clemson.
Mack, Dabo's team has had a bit of a rocky start. They seem to have kind of found their rhythm. Is that just a Dabo Sweeney team when you have the passion and coaching chops that he has at this point, or can you just never count out this Clemson football team?
No, they got great players. They got great facilities. They got one of the best fan bases in the country. This is one of the hardest places to play in the country, and they played really well at home for the last 3.
What's true the atmosphere of the
Really, no, our guys played before big crowds before. That doesn't make you fumble at the 1.
What did your defense do when there were 4 out of 6 3-and-outs for Clemson that they didn't do afterward?
They played great at the end. I thought they stayed out there too long, and I thought they got tired. I thought it was more the offense's problem than the defense's problem tonight. It's hard. They had 90 plays. They had 89 plays. That's too many. That's too many. And we had 69. So you got to stay on the field offensively.
You just said
Yeah, we didn't play complimentary football tonight because we didn't stay on the field offensively. When we scored fast, and then they took it and drove it a long way. And we missed about 3 tackles on Shipley's run. He didn't play.
Mack, no ACC championship game this year after so much promise at the beginning and during that 6-0 start. How do you quantify the last couple of games and the fact that you're not going to be going to an ACC championship?
Thought we played great last week and against Campbell, so we're really proud of them. 2 of those 3. We played a great team on the road that nobody expected us to win. And we're a little bit winning. We weren't going to the championship when we won the last 2 games or not. So.
What is the issue with Michael from his injury?
I don't know. Lower body. They said he couldn't come back in after he got hurt. Obviously that put us in a bind too, but I thought DJ hung in there. He hadn't played hardly any, and he went out there and played the whole game.
You said just a second ago more the offensive call than the defensive call today. Is that the first time you thought that after a game this season?
We played good defense for 6 weeks, and then we haven't. I think we've gotten tired some, and tonight we were up and down defensively, but we were more inconsistent on offense. Our offense usually runs up and down the field, so tonight we didn't.
Actually, just a thought on the timeouts late in that half. I think you took one, 2nd and 18, and they ended up coming back to haunt you at the end when they scored right before the half. Just what were your thoughts there?
It really didn't, because when they were way back, I thought we'd stop them. I mean, when we had the ball and we got the sack, I still thought we'd stop them. I still thought we'd make the first down because we had to score. We had to take risk in this game, and that's why I called it. And we kept the last 2. But you got to make the first down. You got to stop them at some point. So that 1 second.
And I know hindsight's 20. Yeah, I understand.
It is.
Were you disputing the roughing the passer on Cedric? You looked like you were pretty hot with the
Yes.
refs.
The rule is, because we've asked that before, it has to be a forcible hit to the head. And then you can make your own decision whether you think that was or not.
I want to ask about a highlight of the game that's Hampton rushing touchdown. What was your reaction to that? Being able to maintain this footing?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's one of the best backs in the country. Not many people gained 176 yards rushing against Clemson. Yeah, they're good. We got to go there. So we spent a lot of promotion the last 2 weeks. We don't have any choice. We got to do it again. So I didn't make the schedule.
Mack, do you address that with them, that just the mathematical chances, like with Louisville winning today? Do you say that to them afterward, like the chances are done for the championship game?
They've all got Twitter. They're smarter than I am. They read it every day. They know exactly. They probably knew the score of the game before they came in here. The world's changed. You don't have to tell them much. They know.
Hey, you obviously just mentioned the emotion needed for those last 3 games. What helps the team kind of refuel that? I guess if that makes sense. What helps the team week after week in those emotional moments?
It's got to be the culture that you've got, and the toughness that they've got. I thought they really showed resilience and were tough tonight, because they could have just laid down and quit at times. A lot of things were going against them. That's why I'm so proud of their effort. I'm not proud of how we played, but I'm proud of the effort that we played with.
What's the key to just checking this one off? I know obviously, it's rival game, lost environment. What's the key to kind of flipping the page to work on this?
I told them we've got a rival game next week. You're going to put this one behind you and try to learn from it. And as coaches, we'll figure out what we could have done better. You look at your part and be critical. Be careful on the way home. Sleep tonight. Let's get ready and start over tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Coach. How are you feeling physically right now? You got banged up at one point, I think, in the second half. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm a little sore. That's expected after a game like this. Just got poked in the eye during the game, so just had to take a few plays off. My vision was a little blurry. Wait for it to come back. Yeah, I mean it's a hard game. It was a back and forth game. Especially at the beginning of the game. We were making plays, they were making plays. We knew it was going to be that kind of game. Unfortunately, they just made more plays than us today. So we just got to look at the film and move forward.
Cedric, to start, when Marion has those fumbles, where it looks like you guys are going in the score, did you think at that point, even as early as it was, like, damn, that could come back to haunt us?
I mean, yeah, definitely think it came back to haunt us, but that's not what I'm thinking about in that moment. You know, I'm thinking about covering, his back. You know, defense going out there, getting the stop, and getting them the ball back and just continue to play. No matter what happens throughout the game, I pride myself on not getting caught up in it, keep playing. There's a lot of football to go left in games. And I was even telling some of my teammates that, just keep playing, just keep working. There's still time on that clock, there's a chance. So that's what the mentality that I try to have after those situations.
I know you got to be careful what you say, but what happened on that roughing pass?
I mean, they sent me on the blitz. I kind of came through. They teach us, mirror the offhand. So you put your hand up, try to tip the ball. So I had my arm up. I seen him release the ball. I tried to, pull off some. From my perspective, my arm kind of grazed his helmet. Thought that could have been let go, but it is what it is.
Is there a carryover frustration or something like that, especially end up leading to a touchdown?
Yeah, I was frustrated. I was definitely frustrated. And, I have to take some responsibility for that. I'm always preaching, let's not give up touchdowns before a half. Whether it was a petty call or not, I just got to be a smarter player in that situation and stay on.
Cedric, Clemson had, I think, 89 plays. Did you guys wear it down towards the end? Was it difficult to kind of get back out there time and time again?
Nah, I didn't feel like we were worn down. I mean, we played a lot of snaps, a lot of times throughout the season. I felt like we were just fine. They were just able to make some plays. Just because they make plays doesn't mean we were wearing out. So we're perfectly fine. We're just going to keep moving forward.
So I know that Shipley has been in the league for a while. He's a pretty productive guy. I think in probably the second half, he was able to get some big yards, things like that. Do you think there was anything in particular he was kind of able to do against Eagles defense that allowed him to start getting some of that productivity?
I mean, from my point of view, I thought we contained him pretty well. He did have a big run in the second half, the draw play. I think it caught us a little bit off guard. We haven't seen anybody run draw, honestly, in a few weeks. That was the only time they ran it during the game. And I think it just caught us off guard a little bit, and he made a great run. But other than that, I thought we kind of contained the run game pretty decently today.
What did you like about, I guess, the run defense in that regard? You see, you feel you contained it well. What do you feel kind of worked in that area?
Yeah, just putting a big emphasis on it. That's something that these past few weeks we put a big emphasis on. It's just being able to stop the run, knowing what run plays they're going to run, and knowing how we're going to fit them up, and guys knowing where they're supposed to be. And I think we did a pretty good job of executing that today. Not perfect, definitely has some leaky yardage here and there, but we did a decent job.
Sorry, Cedric, what's the level of frustration now? Some of the goals that you guys spoke a lot about are no longer in play.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. One of the reasons I came back here was, to get back to the AC championship. Obviously, with Louisville winning and us losing today, that won't be happening. But it is what it is. I'm proud of how we played this season. At the end of the day, we still accomplished a lot of things. We're just going to keep moving forward.
One of the themes was 9 isn't enough from last year. I talked a lot about it. You guys talked about it. So you got a chance to win number 9 next week. I know you're playing state, but is that something that you guys can at least corral around that one thing that you can still do?
Yes, that's definitely something that we can corral against. So the last 2 years we've lost to state. Obviously that's a big rivalry game. Obviously we want to get that 9th win. So it's a big game for us, and we're going to do everything we can to prepare this week and to go out there so we can win next week for state.
Did this game give you any flashbacks to last year's ACC championship game against Clemson?
No, I don't think it gave me really any flashbacks. I think it was a different type of game. Last year, to be frank, they whipped our ass. It's just plain and simple. I think today was definitely more of a dogfight. We're at a different field. So it definitely had a different feel for it this year. But, I'm proud of our guys, man. We fought. We tried. We really did.
Cedric, even though you're not going to play for the ACC championship, do you think you guys are one of the best teams in this league?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Without a doubt.
All righty.
Sorry, I have one quick question. Just wanted to ask, offense was on the field pretty quickly today. Defense being on the field for longer periods of time, do you think that fatigue at all for the next game?
Like I said, I don't think we really got fatigued at all. None of that. You mentioned that they got off the field, fast. I mean, usually the team who kind of dominates the time of possession. Usually the team that typically comes out on top. And they were able to kind of dominate the time of possession because they were getting off the field defensively and they were staying on the field a little bit longer offensively. I don't think we were fatigued. I don't think that was a problem.
All right, next up.
Greg, just had a question on this game. You do some good things, but bad things.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just first off, proud of the guys. The way they fought. First quarter, felt like we had a chance to get up on them, get a jump on them, and just hurt ourselves. Kind of shoot ourselves in the foot, and that ended up kind of costing us kind of a big first half and kind of some momentum that shifted. But at the end of the day, props to Clemson. They played hard. They schemed us up. They did a nice job defensively. But at the same time, I thought we were moving the ball well, had our chances, and just didn't make the most of them. So it was pretty frustrating.
You just did a good job liking it. You showed one whole lot of separation.
Yeah.
Didn't seem that way.
I think they challenged us. They played man pretty much the whole game, and they challenged us. I feel like I got to make some better throws, better ball placement, made a few better decisions, and some of the guys got to go up and make plays. So that's the thing about man coverage. And at the end of the day, they have the better team today.
So it's a combination of them beating you up, giving pressure in conjunction with the man coverage.
Yeah, they're mix it up, looks up front, give them some different pressures. Even brought cover zero a few times. We had to have answers, and at the end of the day, man, you got to go out and make plays. I thought those guys up front, blocked their butts off. I really don't think, much of this. I don't think any of the sacks were really pressured. I think, mainly most of them were. Either got to get it out or cover sacks.
Was their approach a surprise to you?
Say that again.
Was their approach defensively a surprise?
No, you kind of feel it out, in the first quarter, really what they're going to do, and kind of found their identity, to man us up and get different ways to play man coverage against us. And I know we game planned that all week, and we knew it. We didn't know what they were really going to do the whole game. They played us a little differently in the ACC championship, but they stayed 4 down, and they came up and mixed it up in bear front a little bit, but mainly cover one, and sad safety in the middle of the field.
Did you get any?
Your vantage point on Marion looking like he's gone, and then Wiggins catching up and punching out. Like, just what did you see as you watched it, and then what were you thinking as the whole thing happened?
Yeah, that's really the only thing that you kind of worry about. Just breaking one, big, someone from behind coming up and making a play, and it's just those little things that that make a difference in a game. Big O, I think he'd fumbled yet all season, and it's just one of those things. It's a good hustle play. I think it was out of bounds. I'm not even sure the ruling on that, but it's a game of inches, and it showed.
Did it feel like you should have been up 21-0 there early?
Yeah, at least score off the first one. Me and Big O, we messed up a kind of a handoff. I'm not sure if he got it or not. And then come down, the defense gets stopped. We get good field position. I think we score on the second one. And then, like I said, Big O had a chance to make it 14-0, and just a bummer. I feel like in the first half, being down 14-7, I think it should have been at least we should have had 21. So.
Did you get any flashbacks to the ACC championship game last year? It kind of started in a similar way, 7-0 early lead, and then kind of the deficit.
Yeah, not really flashbacks. Just kind of, we wanted to do something different, kind of make a different, have a different outcome this game. But I think really, I don't think the score showed. I think we really beat ourselves tonight, and I thought we were moving the ball fine. We rushed for over 200 yards, and at the end of the day, it's on me. I can make better decisions, and got to will our team to win.
This game can be really weird and cruel sometimes. Marion having fumbled all year long, and twice in the first quarter inside the 5-yard line. Could have been a difference in the game.
Yeah. We knew coming in the game turnover was going to be kind of the story of the game, and I think we ended up having 3 and they had 2, and that goes to show. I think Clemson, when they do teams do take advantage and beat them, they win the turnover battle, and Coach Brown was preaching that all week, and we lost that today.
Mack said at halftime, he told you guys it should have been 21-0. What else did he say at halftime?
Yeah, he just kept fighting. He always positive. Coach Brown's the best. Halftime speeches, keeping it positive, and getting us some energy and motivation back out there. He said defense going to be a stop, we're going to underscore, and we didn't do our part of that, and we ended up having them get across the 50 and. I thought our guys getting held a little bit, but I think Clemson did a good job of playing in the defensive backs, back end. They did a good job of guarding us. Every DB is going to hold, in every team, so just got to see if the rest sees it or not.
The coverage, is this the most challenging it's been for you as a starter, being able to find the seams in the receiver today?
Yeah, I think I would say it's most challenging. I think a lot of different teams do a lot of different things, but I think it challenged us tonight. Coming up with basically every play, saying, "Hey, we're gonna play man coverage to try to beat us," and they got the guys to do it. And I think I got to do a better job of finishing ball placement stuff. And maybe I hurt my legs a little bit more. Man, oftentimes guys are running all over people, and they lose track of me. That's why I feel like I had some big runs.
Drake, it's going to be another emotional game next week. First place.
Yeah.
Big last game.
We got a chance to end off the regular season, off on a high note. It's going to be, same type of atmosphere, over there in Raleigh. They got great fans, and looking forward to getting one back at them.
Jake, to go off that a little bit, obviously ACC championship, go ahead into the year. Obviously, it's out of play now. But kind of what kind of helps you, keep your perspective on kind of what's left for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, it's got a chance. If you come to Carolina, you want to beat State. So this is what we're going to kind of end it off on the season. Like I said, on a high note, try to get after them guys, and at the same time we're 8-3. You got a chance to be 9-3 and end off on a good note. So like I said, proud of these guys. Tough atmosphere to play in. I thought we could have had a few different plays that would change the game, and ended up on the right side of it. But hey, gotta get back after it.
Have you ever been more frustrated after a game than you feel right now?
No, I wouldn't say frustrated, just disappointed. Frustrated. Oftentimes, I'm not going to get frustrated at the guys for not playing hard or play calling. That's not who I am. And a lot of times I think it's me making different plays and it's different outcomes. So.
For you personally, how do you personally feel about not being able to make the championship game, the ACC championship?
Yeah,
Are you sad about it? I mean, is it deflating for you?
Yeah, it's definitely devastating. I think we still had a chance going into today, and we had to do our part, but. At the end, that's what we worked for. That's what we were grinding off season for, and kind of have that kind of goal out of sight is a bummer. But at the same time, now I got a chance to go 9-3 and have a great season. So.
Just also wanted to ask, just putting this into perspective with last week's game, obviously kind of the fairy tale ending, double overtime victory of a rival. Just comparing that to today, like what are the?
Yeah, oftentimes you get up on a high note and against a rivalry game at Duke and. We kind of carry this and you're flat and you don't play as well. And I thought those guys played hard. We knew this was a big game. We had to circle our calendar anytime you're in Death Valley playing at Clemson. And I didn't feel like I thought we came out flat. We had a chance to come out and actually start out really well, and we didn't do that. So.
All righty. Thanks, Drake.
Thank you, Drake. Appreciate it.